Hey, what's up, guys? It's gonna be a bit of a bizarre video. It's probably going to be a bit unprofessional or whatnot, but I need to talk about some stuff. I feel like it would help, and there's some stuff going on, and at least regarding what I'm doing, I just feel like I need to discuss it, I guess. Um, First and foremost, this is the very obvious point that I feel like most people will care about. Well, not really. It's not like I've made significant progress, but I'm going to be dropping Vehemence. This is not a decision I'd like to make, but I've been noticing a bit of a problem while I'm playing it, which it's gonna sound like copium, but just do me the favor of hearing me out for a little bit, and then I'll string it together. So I've been playing Vehemence for about 2.5 months, right? A pretty big amount of time, and I think it's been going well. I think I've done quite well on the level. I got 62 to 100, a run I'd claim to be maybe top 20 difficulty in the current state of the list, which is, you know, good. It's not bad at all. But I've started noticing a problem with my hand. Someone pointed out on one of my streams actually that I was dying very stupidly. Sometimes I was playing like I wasn't paying attention, but I was always focused into the game. And those deaths would be either like my hands or like really clicking quickly for no apparent reason, like double clicks, which would be like my hands essentially straining on a key, or my clicks would be really delayed. Now, I wrote this off as, you know, me just being a bitch and maybe being tired, not good on certain days. But it's been getting worse as of late, and there was a session I had today, which is why I'm considering making this at all. And I played for about an hour. I couldn't play Vehemence anymore because it was so... It was bad to the point where I literally couldn't do a several percentage run, despite the fact that I've done like the basic runs in the level hundreds, if not thousands of times. And I went on to different levels. I tried levels I've beaten before. I've beaten Bloodbath like 10 times. I tried to play that and I actually couldn't, which was embarrassing. But yeah, I was literally... I was unable to beat Bloodbath. Well, not beat, like, get solid runs on anything. Parts I know I can do, parts that aren't difficult in the state of the game. And I was just struggling to everything. I was literally dying to anything you can imagine, and it was the same issue. My hand was either straining, or I was just not clicking at all when I was supposed to, and my brain knew what I was doing. I could still remember the click patterns in my head, but my hand just wasn't following. And it's been getting bad for a little bit, actually, especially with Vehemence, because I noticed my progress was just not working anymore. I don't really understand why it's happened, especially all of a sudden, because I've been playing GD, I've got several thousand hours in the game, and I was playing Vehemence like I would other levels, and I felt absolutely fine, but all of a sudden it became a big issue, and again, I don't really understand it. I just suddenly had this issue that has never presented itself before, and yes, the most likely thing is it's carpal tunnel or an RSI, but regardless of what it is, I've come to the point that regardless of what this level can bring me, it is not worth permanently damaging my body for it, because that's essentially what this is doing at this stage. If I continue to play the game as much as I am, with my right hand at least, and I don't want to learn from scratch using my left hand, I'm worried I'm going to damage my hand further, and especially like reaction time, that's something that's quite important to me outside of GD. I'd feel really stupid fucking my hand up for the sake of, you know, getting some views on YouTube, which isn't even really optimal because, you know, in terms of content growth, it's just keywords, and that's what a top 1 verification is. So I think... oh god. I think it's best if I drop the level. I This genuinely fucking sucks because I have not had very much purpose in my life for the last 2 years. And Vehemence was something that gave me a lot of purpose and fulfillment when I was playing it. I really, really enjoy the level. I think it's going to be fantastic when it's verified, and I hope it revolutionizes the game. And I really want to be the person to do it, but realistically, I have put like just under 300,000 attempts into the level, and I'm expecting to get several million by the time I finish it. And that just isn't going to work, you know. If I'm expected to play with the pressure of being the verifier, which is not the external pressure by the public, but the expectations of the team, they can't wait for someone who's already taking their sweet ass time to get a diagnosis and figure out what they need to do in the future. It's not their duty to want me to verify the level. If anything, I'm sure they'd want anyone else to verify it. Because, you know, I'm not exactly that exciting a name in the community, and Vehemence would do a lot better in the hands of someone else anyways. I still have a lot of attachment to the level, but sorry about the cars. I just reasonably don't think I can. I don't think it's a reasonable expectation for me to try and do it anymore. It is... oh god, I've just realised this is probably so much rambling, and it's mainly because I'm playing GD at the same time. But my point still stands. I don't think I can reasonably verify the level before dealing significantly more damage to my hand. And worse still, my hand will probably continue to get worse to the point where I can't play the game properly at all if I continue playing it like I am. I'm not going to make any progress. And I'd like to imagine it's an intelligent thing to do to not continue pushing. I don't really know, man. I'm so lost. That was a hard jump considering this is a 2-star. But it is very bittersweet, I will say it. I really wish I could continue playing it more than anything. I literally haven't had any purpose other than playing Vehemence. There have been days in the last few months where I've struggled to get up, and the one thing I've done in that day is manage to play Vehemence, and unfortunately that's the purpose some people have, including myself, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it is definitely not normality to have so much of a dependency on a game, you know, and this game has had such an impact on my life. Some of the most proud moments in my entire life have stemmed from playing this game, and I'm just a little bit lost. It's the one thing I really have the ability to put 100% of my power into. Oh, I can't be bothered for that, but like, it's the one thing I can put all of my energy into right now. It's the only thing I can manage that in. And being deprived of that genuinely hurts. I wish more than anything that I could continue playing the game. And, you know, I'll still play it casually, but I've never been someone who finds it, like, super fun grinding easier levels or even, like, entry extremes. The game, for me, has always been fun when I'm playing as the hardest shit imaginable. And in the state of the game, because the levels are so hard, if I have to worry about a small difference in timing being a matter of winning or, you know, failing, that's not going to be fun to play with. Anyways, I've probably been rambling a little too much on this topic, so I'll divert. I don't know what else I'll do. I really want to keep doing YouTube, and, like, I'm turning 18 in 3 weeks or whatever. And outside of, you know, personal endeavours, I feel like there's a lot to be done with YouTube. Oh my god, that's a horrible noise. I'd like to think I'm capable of still doing content in some form, but I literally have no idea what yet. Maybe IRL content or something. All I know is that I thought this was a step in the right direction of the level, and I'm being forced backwards again. And that's okay. You know what? It's completely fine. There are so many routes to success, and this just isn't mine. Again, it is just slightly bittersweet, though. And I'm sorry. I really wish I could verify it. I've always wanted to have a lasting impact on the Geometry Dash community. I've never really been invested as such because I'm not that well affiliated or even informed. But I like the community, and there are so many nice people in it, so many ridiculously talented people who play this game. And I envy so many people. Alongside the negatives this game's given me, it has given me so much drive and actually something I can exert my passion into. When I don't know, I'm just a I'm just being silly at this point, but realistically, there's a silver lining in this case, and that's the fact that although this is all happening, and you know, this is all serious or whatnot, technically, it's not really. Regardless of what happens, you know, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and maybe this isn't my calling, maybe I will eventually find something else that helps me do stuff like this. You know, I feel like a lot of people can do with that mentality, because in a situation like this, I could literally convince myself whatever I want, and if I believe it, then it can be the case. I could convince myself that this is my last chance in life, and I'll be stubborn enough to play the game until I physically can't anymore. I'm physically capable of playing the game, and it doesn't hurt to play the game. This isn't an emotional situation like when I wanted to stop making Terraria videos, if any of you here remember that. This is a situation that is honestly a good thing, because I've identified a physical problem, and I've elected to stop it from getting worse. But in turn, there's a sacrifice to be had, you know, and that genuinely sucks so much. In the moment, it's always going to hurt. I really wanted to secretly believe that this would pass, and I would start getting better at Vehemence again, but I mean, there's only so many hundreds of hours I can put myself through of getting negative progress until I pick up on the fact that there might be something wrong. Like, that doesn't happen. You don't just, inversely progress like that, especially with a game so muscle memory oriented like GT. And it's not that I'm sick of it. Again, this is a much more positive situation than I've ever been in before. I'm very happy that I'm ending things the way I am. Fulfillment is a bit weird right now. I really hope I can get better, because despite the fact that I'm accepting of what's going on, I am so fucking miserable. And the idea that I have to sacrifice this, I have not felt worse. And realistically, I'm going down a path I didn't think possible, which is a path of failure in my life. Which may sound really entitled, I know, but hear me out. I was always presented the idea that I was an intelligent person, or even a kid. And I know a lot of people have that conception of themselves, and not to be like condescending or whatnot. This is really cool, but you know, I'm not that guy. I'm really not. There are so many talented people, and essentially all that's happened in the last couple of years is I've realised I'm nowhere near as remarkable as I ever wanted to be, because I didn't have perspective, and especially with this game, to be honest, I don't really know why I've gravitated towards this game so much, because I have friends who are hundreds of times faster than me, who make some of my greatest achievements look easy, you know, and somehow I still kept coming to it. I don't exactly know why, but regardless, I feel like everything has to happen for a reason, and you know that reason has decided that it is taking over. Now, to be fair, there are definitely options I could go down, but it's just a bit daunting restarting again because this channel has had so many rebrands, or like, well, I guess remodel's a better word, because in terms of what the content is, I'm still the same person. It's the same, like, minimally edited stuff, just shorter form, and you know, people don't watch my channel for me because I kind of cut the personality out of it, and it's literally just been Geometry Dash completions for a while. But yeah, I'm completely lost at this moment. But again, there's a silver lining. There is so much potential with that fact. And if I cut Vehemence out and I make that decision with zero hesitation, those hours that I was going to put into Vehemence are going to go elsewhere. You know, I could maybe start learning business on my own, or put more time into reselling, or get extra hours in my job. There are things I can do. And that's nice to know, even if it's not what I want to do, because, I mean, who the fuck wouldn't want to be the verifier of a level harder than Acheron, and that is just guaranteed success, isn't it? That's the appeal. But someone else is going to get that luxury, and I'm happy if I just get the ball rolling, if I'm being honest. Again, I'm really excited to see what happens with Vehemence. I want to see people's opinions on 62 to 100 once it gets beaten, or, well, not beaten, but like once that run gets done. And this level is, well, not this level I'm playing right now, but Vehemence is an interesting one, you know? It is a super cool level. Again, really wish it was me, but, you know, whoever the hell will have to do. And I wish whoever that is the best of luck. As for me, this is another setback, but we will figure it out. I will figure it out, and whether or not it's something that I can present for content, I will find success, and I hope I can, at the very least, tell you guys about it once I figure it out, because I feel like I'm very notorious. This is out of the Geometry Dash space now. This is more the person I was, and the person I was considered by my previous community, because before Geometry Dash and before my views came from capitalizing on, you know, bracket top 1 in my thumbnail and in my titles of my YouTube videos, my views came from people who genuinely found me interesting as a person. And I apologize. I really wish I didn't do what I did sometimes, because realistically, I was complaining about playing Terraria. And that is the easy life. It's so simple. And I took it for granted, and I have my regrets. But I guess you move with these decisions, and that's something to learn from, I guess. You know, making stupid decisions, but stupid decisions are made to not repeat them. So in this case, I'm not gonna allow myself to go down the breaking point route again. That would be rather silly, because what would happen if I continue playing Vehemence is that I'd get frustrated with my lack of progress, because I am physically deteriorating while playing. And it would just suck, you know? And I'm okay. It's probably not going to be okay for a while, that's how the process goes, but I will be alright. It's not like I'm losing something that important to me with my channel. That had an emotional impact on me, because I said goodbye to the best part of my life, and that was stupid. That was really dumb, and I upset a lot of people. Not big things, but I isolated myself entirely from that original community, and that was silly, because there were so many incredible people I met before that. Oh shit, Darren W made me an offer. That's That's one of my business endeavors, by the way. I will tell you all about that in the future if I don't end up losing my liver online. But I don't even know what I was gonna say, bro. I'm so dumb. I don't know, man. I'm kind of just vibing, and I'm happy. I still think, out of everything I've done on GD, I still think undoubtedly my best achievement is an elf. I'm pretty sure that's without question. No, the song is wrong. I'm pretty sure this is still the most impressive thing I've ever done in the game. If I could go back to this moment, I believe it was... I think it was like September 2021 I beat Elf. That was... Even though Terraria was my peak in my channel, there is no better feeling I can remember than beating Nelv. That was the greatest feeling. I love this level so much. And it gave me so much faith that I would become amazing at this game. And I think it's time, and I think I can safely say that I can forget this era. It's not like I'm going to be restricting myself or anything. That is such a silly way of going about quitting anything. But I want to be able to play GD, which is something I've done today. Outside of chilling with friends, I haven't played the game for the sake of enjoying it probably since I beat Cataclysm, which I did for my 1,000 subscriber special, I believe. And, you know, I'm happy I can play the game. It's really fun. I'm very, very good at GD, so that probably helps. Even in my slightly deteriorated state, I can still whip out these 2 stars like nothing. But I'm just gonna take it easy, figure some stuff out, and if I come up with any ideas, I'll let you guys know. I'm sorry about the projects I've started and not followed through with recently. There's been a few GD projects I've wanted to do, but, you know, since I don't really want to be involved in the game, I can't really. That's okay. I'm happy with this being the end, and, you know, I did not have a bad run. So, and again, the door is not completely closed. This is not an emotional issue. I love this game to bits. I hope I return to it, and I really, really hope my hand gets better, so I can come back to the game, not having Vehemence as my verification, and I can just get better at it in my own time, now with the best mindset I've ever had. But until then, I don't really think I have much else to say, so yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for listening to me ramble, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, in a bit. Bye.